It's time for more Good Day New York.
Yes. All right. Another big issue that we've been on top of this morning.
Charter schools. The New York State Senate has passed a bill raising the cap from 200 charter schools to 460 charter schools.
But it's now up to the State Assembly to vote on the legislation, and they have until June 1st. Time is running out if they want any federal funding from the President's Race to the Top program. Joining us right now is the co-founder and superintendent of the New York City KIPP schools, David Levin. Nice to have you here this morning. You have 6 schools in the city, but a whole bunch all over the country.
Yes, 82 across the country, serving over 21,000 kids.
These are charter schools.
These are public charter schools, yep.
What's your message this morning?
Public schools can make a transformative difference for kids growing up in inner cities across the country.
When you say public schools, you're talking about public charter schools, though.
I'm talking about all public schools. Charters are one type of public schools, but you can create public schools that wherever you grow up doesn't determine your life outcomes. And it depends on great teachers and great principals.
What is the difference between the KIPP's charter school and the regular public schools here in New York City?
So a couple of things. One, our focus is beyond 1 year. Right? So when a kid comes to us, whether it's in kindergarten or 5th grade, we're talking about preparing them for college and for life. And so it's a commitment. It's a 3-way commitment from teachers to parents and to kids. And that 3-way commitment is what makes any great school work, and that's what makes KIPP work.
So you're saying that doesn't happen in public schools here in New York City?
It happens in some, but it should happen in all.
David, you mentioned great teachers and great principals. I mean, what about great parents? I mean, look, I had some great teachers. Yep. I had some terrible teachers. Yep. I was hit by a teacher once, actually, smacked over the head. Rosanna wants to do it every day.
You deserved it. Whatever you did, you deserved it.
The teacher probably had a case. But, you know, you got to do your homework. You got to take care of business at home as well. I mean, it's all, you know what I'm saying?
You got to get the parents involved.
Yep. So this summer we'll have 97 schools across the country. We have 82 today.
Right.
Over 21,000 kids. Not met a parent who doesn't want what's best for their kid. And so it's up to teachers and principals to sort of encourage and motivate parents to engage with schools. Too often, schools distance parents, right? So they create, they create an environment where parents don't feel welcome or don't know how to help their kids.
What about the PTA?
So
they still have the PTA?
They do still have a PTA.
Right.
And so the idea that, again, teachers, parents, and students working together is what makes schools work.
Let's talk about the teachers now, okay? The teachers in charter schools are non-union.
For the most part, that's true.
For the most part, non-union. So how do you attract a better teacher force than the teachers in the public school? Because, I mean, I would think that, you know, you both would have equal playing field as far as attracting good talent.
Right. So, I mean, again, the key is great teachers, right? And so teachers want to work with other great teachers, and they want to work in a supportive environment, right? They want to work with principals who understand what it's like to be in the classroom. They want to receive feedback. They want to be supported. And one of the things that makes charter schools so appealing is that you know that the work you're doing this year won't be undone next year. And so the idea that there's a continuum from kindergarten to 12th grade and beyond is what I think really attracts teachers to schools like KIPP, because too often you do a great job 1 year, but it's uncertain what comes to next. And in places like KIPP, you know it's going to be followed up by another great teacher.
They also want those summers off, right? It's a great perk of being a teacher.
It is a good perk. You know, KIPP schools have, summer school in July, but we have great vacations in August.
Okay, one last thing.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything to get the Assembly to pass this legislation? Because as you know, time is running out June 1st. We need that application for the race for the top. And if we don't have the cap lifted on charter schools, the number of charter schools, we're not getting any money.
$700 million we're going to miss out on.
Absolutely.
And then we'll have to ask Mayor Bloomberg to, perhaps give us some of his.
Stop it. Now,
what are you doing?
Mobilizing our parents to make their voices heard. There are over 30,000 parents in charter schools across New York City and over that number on waiting lists. And so getting their voices heard in Albany is critical. Parents should be able to choose the school for their kids, and we need more charters in New York City and across New York State.
David Levin, thank you so much from the New York City KIPP schools.
Very nice.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck.
Terrific. All right.